because of he didn't do what the Lord asked him to do. Because of he didn't answer to the Lord. Because of he didn't do what the Lord commanded him to do. At the same tongue of snakes, United Evangelics are, and seeking for where is a prophet to sending him to hell, which prophet already died, and to the hell went, which were not a prophet, just a damn witch like the rest, like every perra sucia víbora, which still dares with the pardon of victims, while keeps on raping and destroying malditas tas del infierno evangelistas unidas argentinas, en UNASUR, making the hocus pocus for there nobody to see, and the malditas tas del infierno perras sucias of Cristina Kirchner, Fuerzas Armadas Argentina, UNASUR, on does he sees me? Anybody sees me? Oh, nobody sees me? Well, rapes, murders, destroys, ruins, and keeps on making the same business of tas enfermas del infierno, which I'm gonna put death every one of them, and forever, and profaning me, saying to discover, to watch, and to keep the watch like sentinels of patriot, tas enfermas del infierno, of the first ever tan enferma del infierno, Cristina Kirchner, of all. And this way, of all, right? Tan enferma del infierno. Tus expertos, tus enfermos del infierno me enseñan a hablar of all. Through this, I'm gonna set clear a lot of things right now. And I'm gonna set clear so much more. Do you know what is a damn hell animal B-word opportunistic? Cristina Kirchner and its damn hell chip she-demon animal horse. Armed Forces Argentina, the whole, which are all the time seeking for this. Did he steal? Does he stealing? Did he stealing? Like this with the rest, just seeking any chance for understanding conscience never happened, to see what business can do. Malditas tas enfermas, como en su maldita mamita tan enferma Cristina Kirchner, are the same class. During this, kept on making the same shit, and kept on producing the same shit, and taking tas enfermas evangélicas opportunistic all around after dos enfermos Sodoma trolazos, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, taken my people and few evangelics, raped them, delivered them, homosexualizing them with tas brujas, tas degeneradas des, prostituting them for they to bend and be easy, delivered them into rape and giving in them for massive rape and murder, and taking the percent coins of the price. I gave you this, give me some. Or a car, or a house, or better chap, promote me. Los enfermos degenerados telling to tas sucias evangélicas, he done, and he is what he's doing with its friends, and its friends produces this, and he puts them all for they to being under sacrifice, you know, and he were the one that produced this. Y malditas tas enfermas, considered of forensics criminalistics, making up any class of a enferma degeneración that they too and business with upon our people. And I have 2004 tas enfermas Gendarmería Nacional, Armada Argentina, with the whole rest tas enfermas Federal, Metropolitana, Prefectura y PSA, playing the patriotic tan enferma, profana, pagana, bruja degenerada, taking put me its mind, put me inside, let's see what we do and what it's doing. And son tas enfermas degeneradas, considered of macha brava, tas sucia muerta, each and every one, because if I'm gonna put them death. And during this day, I had a very hell of a day. 14 persons, like I already said, were murdered. 7 members of state of US. The rest were a little bit more, sorry, were not 14. The rest, Security Council, United Nations, Jewish communities, and Jewish Council communities, United Nations. And in the middle of this all, I were in extortion journey, but estas enfermas degeneradas, saying that they will take the world with tasas degeneradas UNASUR. The same class, the same kind. All hell shit. And murdered in Argentina and UNASUR all 2,104,804 Jewish and 9,104,208. And you know what? I'm gonna put this whole damn shit fever ever after death. And during this, I were under these extortions, and I had dos enfermos, one Metrovías, Sociedad Anónima, and other, to degenerado, Kirchner, United Evangelic, which already denounced. With dos enfermos degenerados, Policía Federal Argentina, telling that I were having sex with porn and murdered upon assembled. Sex in a public bathroom. Then I live on it. And in the middle of this all, extortion, like always, extortion. And Tasos Dos has sex in that place with Policía Federal Argentina, and also Policía Federal Argentina remains those places open whenever they want to jerk around with any, like they says, trolos to blowjob me. And not only that, but also to in flagrante catch anyone and oh, you are desperate, how you think I can have 50, 100, 200, how much you got, a cell phone, strip you of all, get out of here. Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, they loves death. The same the traffic thing, seeking and seeking and seeking and guessing around national security techniques. Who is able for the making a blowjob or to hunting whatever the isolated place and around and stealing them the cars and everything they got and putting them, if there's necessary dead, but outside of the road and taking everything they got. Metropolitana Federal, Gendarmería Nacional, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Armada Argentina, or simply guessing around. Oh, sir, do you have the papers and the whole documents and regulation? Do you have any class of a thing like we can deduce? What is about your sablechatzimo huaschachi? Do you have the whole in roll around your car? Oh, but you have that and the. Do you have the? Oh, officer, but I have a problem. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put you a very. Oh, but officer, don't you come to me. Our 3,000 pesos. Don't you think we can do something with this? Oh well, but I'm not sure because of you gotta pay for the infraction. But what do you have in mind? I don't know, you tell me, but for me 3,000 pesos is too much. And for Macri, it's a business. All the time. Supposed to try to push people to not make infractions. And goes with maricas witches and trolazos metropolitana, federal, behind to the making do. So it's a business. I mean, we don't live of witches and we don't put the faith in witches, but with the putas evangélicas, everything is possible for them. Every day. You have no idea the business is tasa degenerada Kirchner y asociados. Y su Sodoma y Gomorra all over. Then, well, I can give you maybe 500. Is that okay for you? How about 800? Well, that is too much. I don't have that much money in my pocket. Well, we can do with 600. So you can? Sí, policía puta federal. Puta Fuerza Armada. This is not the all. But, oh, let's come where the prostitution is. We hunt you making something in the public way you don't have to do, allowed for the government of the city of Buenos Aires, but you gotta blowjob me for I to be happy. But anyway, like I can't at this moment because if I got my parties, I gotta get you in jail because if you're doing something. Oh, can we do something for? I don't know how much you got. And like that, the unthinkable. But well, further this reality, we're murdering people all around, keeps on murdering people, same for the patriot. Putas y putos, Cristina Kirchner, Sodoma y Gomorra, Fuerzas Armadas, Armada Argentina. And turns to saying that they possess my life and has rights for. And, sorry that I said the words that I didn't want. Putita metropolitana, oh, es en farra. Forra del infierno, forra genocida, forra de Sodoma, forra de muerte, forra de generación, forra de prostituta CFK, forra del infierno. Sos una forra infernal y muerta, trola sucia. Y tu maldita clase. But well, forgive me this, please. Supposedly I wear the layering all the day, but layering permanently. But before to say at last, because if I came back to my address to show myself and murder putas Policía Federal Argentina of puta Cristina Kirchner, 2004 persons more, for their said, well, now you come with this, tell me, I thought about you all said that he were robbing, he were chunky stuff consuming, chunky stuff selling, and making chunky stuff production and also prostituting itself and making the riot and pretending to singing like a woman in a very yelling all around like a fag and also blowjobbing all of your bodies that you brought me here, the whole of the assembled porn and also the people that you were murdering around, and you now call to this situation to telling me that he were delivering all the time needs medication. Get the out of here and puta sucia murdering. Like always, Cristina Kirchner officialism sends to all over. And in the middle of this all, ready, like normal, putas sucias, Pinheiro Alvear Borda, with puta sucia defensora, de putos y putas, Sodoma y Gomorra, y de la putaca, pretender of rights for disability and minor. And la otra, the other one, consider of chat for disabilities, minors and family, making trade on them. And like I said today, in the middle of this all, I went to my granny's and I just companioned her for the taking her retirement. And in the middle of this all, she just gave me some gift. In the middle of still rubbing me the chaps and telling that this putas y putos del infierno punishes me, saying that I gotta pick up cardboard and dump to recycling like a chap because if they says they can punish me, saying Lord never gave him nothing and taking all away, puta oportunista del infierno, diabla puta, Evangelista Unidad Argentina, profetas de Baal, brujas del Torrec, Brosto. Sorry. Which insistes en same all, delirando como toda puta diabla, and giving people to being raped and murdered. I had to be telling this class of terms the whole of the day and behaving like a very affected person, and also seeking for some cute boner officer for that to not murder. And putas enfermas en celo con fiebre diabla, vagina fuerzas armadas en Paris. On the, are you sure he's a vag? He eats it? To see if you can sacrifice puta enferma. If there is not the opportunism of the trollos degenerados because of I don't come to eat it, and they goes to rape and murder people reelected, or evangelics to making the riot of putas abominables manipuladoras conscientes. And business on. You want to take the share, pedazo de puta degenerada. Fuerza Armada Argentina vaginitis of puta Cristina Kirchner. So I have been the whole day using this class of words, and you understand why and still remains some. Perfect. Can I stop now? I'm talking differently. Forgive me, please. In the middle of this all, the consul, the embassy, and residents of US, Suez, and Israel, here in Buenos Aires, even Rio, were taken as well, like just a couple of seconds ago. I already handled. Va, putas y putas degenerados, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, CIDE, Gendarmería Nacional, few in civil, to extortion, kidnap, rape, murder, acid, and keeps making the symbol. For una maldita enferma perra sucia llamada Cristina Fernández de Kirchner y su negocio de perrada generada Sodoma y Gomorra. You know? Una sur, and this perras sucias, the top of Sodoma y Gomorra. And at the reality of this all, oh, let's start against the mother. We already the mother. Oh yeah, we did. Other other real of this. Other real of this. Just walking through it, just taking the Aguirre Street. Walking. And through this, you're on our making a requestment and researching and also watching for the extortion murders. At the clear of this, I just walked supposedly through Oshola, which is not Oshola for United Nations and for International Criminal Court. Oshola Street doesn't exist as Olasha or Olaya Street, Buenos Aires, yes. So, trick, damn bitch, sorry the word. Hell them hell bitches. Smart them asses, smart them bitches, Sodoma y Gomorra. And the bitch of all, Cristina Kirchner, and the hally one. Sorry, forgive me please. Simply, supposedly, I've been robbing at Olaya Street, outlets, Buenos Aires. And when I ever just came inside some shop around, and I just went to buy some berries, mushroom, and trying to nourish a little bit myself. The dude there inside were really nervous, surely watching me and thinking I will be like the officer told me and warned me. Oh my god, I have it easy, what do I do? All over. While them hell bitches, Metropolitana, Armada Argentina, Policía Federal, Bonaerense, and the whole armed forces held bitches degenerates using the bitchest of all, Cristina Kirchner, also for the mobile of malditas putas infernales, with the trollazos, making the profanation of my life, saying that they gotta hunt everyone and discover everything, like macha brava obsesa trola, cerebro de mierda, disminuidas, como putas diablas que son, obsesas, que es todo lo que dan y todo lo que hacen, para siempre, muertas, y lo voy a disfrutar. And in the middle of this all, the simplicity, sorry this, schizoid, delusional, psychotic, your business, and the show like had in hit with you too. I mean, I know that you wanted me, Daniel Towan, or shall I call you Jorge Naruta, Cuerpo Médico Forense. Some other were saying that you had a virtue, like, I wouldn't resist. Do you think we can meet one each other? It's just a couple of hours. I'm gonna show you deliciously, like no one other ever gave it you. One ever put you dead, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Degenerado. Forgive me the cynism, please. Alright, which happens, you know? That's the worst, not I. Please. Then at the fact of this, with the packaging, and with the packaging. Oh no, I just ripped out of the hands to every puta brain. How much? 21,204 trolazos degenerados brain. And double putas enfermas. Void, only one, and this one erupt to each hand of them all, like always we're doing and saying. Ilusas víboras degeneradas abominables. Like the rest all. Done exactly this. And, are you sure you're stolen? Are you sure you're dead? How much do I got of all? Sí, putas Fuerzas Armadas. Putos Fuerzas Armadas. Putos oficialistas. It's your business. You dedicate to this every day. And forgery in lies and conscience. Do whatever you have to do, we do handle this, don't you worry. Bring me what you do, we see what we get. And so much puta, which, sorry Abi, forgive me please, forgive me Israel, which are, but infernales, helly ones, and that's the way I put them puta dead, and enjoying that. So in the middle of the reality, forgive me please. Thank you, Chala. I'm gonna tell you what just happened. There came a person to try to pick me up, and already can in a very speed that won't back anymore. And I couldn't reach out for a very severe condition. And there were 85 persons under death threat. about certain, not only how to say this way, but I should never behave weirdly sick and coming out, setting everything away and coming out to sick for the homo sodomahi rectus to get inside my mouth, to fill my mouth with something like they says it should be. So I had to executing, thanks, recht, perfect. 1,604,204 putos of Christina Kirchner. And finished them. Done! Gracias a mí. Completed. Gracias a Adonai. Because of I'm tired, and because of after one and another will come the rest. So I say enough. Baixas, maricas, sodomitas, y perras gomorritas. Like Cristina Fernández de Kirchner in Officialism Argentina. And United Evangelics. Is what they are. Baixas, obstinated, obsessed, perras y perros degenerados de Sodoma y Gomorra. Diablas enfermas. Por los siglos, Shala. Then in the middle of this all, I just were around this Aguirre Street, and after forged that I were at Olaya Street robbing, whenever I just said this, started to saying that, oh, we mistaken, we're Aguirre, sorry, forgive me. And forging again and murdering again people for this. And in the reality, we just went through, I just walked around, and I don't like the prayer of my mother, always involved in this class of attempts yet, which are healing her for the making to me what she's doing with them, and using her for the making to me what they need, and to us, not only to me. Then through this situation I just walked and I sent to Your Honor a Sironani that I just sent. And were a very special moment because of not only the extortion we're through, and that whole people which already Adonai handled the situation and having in hands. Shalom, gracias a mí. Gracias a mí. The clear fact of this all where I just were walking and sent to Your Honor what Your Honor also could get some extra. So in the middle of this all, you know, then evangelics around saying is deflective and also a fag because of things has God and doesn't has the Lord, because of doesn't moves power and doesn't has Holy Spirit, saying being a Jew is being religious, Pharisaica, and deflective off of God, saying God condemned Jews, like any maldita taria, Nazi, which are. And in the middle of this whole, pardon the victims, the clear fact of sent to murder much more, in and out. So at the clear fact of this, Adonai said, for my spirit I myself. And they says power, 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 like Adan and Avi, Avie, which are condemned, the she male and the male, called by the same damn texture, amblevasi varona. Kipotleme chacham. So Adonai says, okay, perrada sociedad de la maldita mierda de Lucifer, pecado original, creating powers and powers to becoming like God. Power, power, power. Perras enfermas. Pretending that to be God, what they as judgment of demons has and produce, destroying and alienating everybody and taking opportunism of whatever they can, manipulating and using that things like Adonai taken away, but destroying Maravi and murdering them, for they to have back with Sodoma trolos and trolas, for they do not ever lose a business. The same power, the God. And Diablo says the same and makes equal. For the making exactly business of Sodom and Gomorrah, then power, and robbing to people, abducting, destroying, yelling, grinning, denigrating, and putting people like zombies, brainless, mindless, thoughtless, feelingless, heartless, telling die for the Lord. And I never said that. And the Bible is a Roman shit, like the name of Christ. Genociders, murderers of death, degenerates. And through this all, as the clear fact of this still for more, just a clear, persecuting me and delivering, making photo at the street, while I were talking to your Honor, as nothing to appreciate but a photo from down, and recording something with a cell phone around at the street. 3 minutes walk. And telling with the simplicity of a screen, assembling and murders upon, while raping my people and pretending a happy face of my smiling right beside with the eyes of understand, I will ever enjoying trolazos degenerados sodomitas. Like I said, the least thing I need is a very puta enferma Sodoma y Gomorra, carne podrida de puto degenerado y puta barata baja at my life. My flozy Elijah is of gold and from heaven, and this mouth on this bird, Gilfatzi, I'm gonna make them eat with death forever, like I said. But the flaws of this is putada Sodom y Gomorra. Igual United Evangelics, and that's the way it dies. Shalom. Sorry for the terms. Abi, Yashua, Ruach, Israel. Soon. Your honors, Mr. President, people. La fiebre argentina no para hasta que no sucumbe en el infierno completa. Y parece ser Crowdy. Sorry, the Spanglish. Well, you know, I'm sick of this. Aren't you? I mean, you're not having a good time neither. And this is really getting heavy. I already sent the whole of the second death to the hell, and only remains Perras Diablas, Sodoma and Gomorra Parranut, which I'm gonna put here, who they are, what they are, where they are, what they do, how they do in a very easy way. My delirious. Wouldn't you like that? Let's delirium a little bit. Let's fable. Yeah, let's fabling. Let's make in some delirious, some schizoid, some fabling megalomaniac, oligophrenia, bipolar. Te voy a reventar. Let's. Galfoch matla mefecha li v'shechamad, rama blefecha chali shechani mesiv, antle mefecha li botswach. Forget me. Kel vesech, melvecha li kima blefecha sim. I am sick of them. I'm really way much, and I know you too. And I'm so sorry. And I'm serious. Ged chaliki afachot suach aleshachi bat chaliki mevechalachi nesav. Im bat chamot lecha chalishachi nimetzef ne'kaim. Bat chaliki vechet ramot lefecha chalishachi nim. bet hobal flecha khali khibat mashekh animi get khalepat becha khali shekh bet sama khaliki bechanan, with a mercy, telling that they will ever have to save, that the generados Sodom and Gomorrah and Kirchners and whole associated, telling the rest to die, never mind because of the unaccepted Christ. And Sodom and Gomorrah y toda puta oficialista con la primera says to being of Christ, making rape, murder, corruption, prostitution, pedophily, homosexualizing, massively raping, murder, robbing, forging, making up in a glass of a degeneration criminal shit, and being shit forever. And they has the Christ. Because of course, once, I don't know, about 15 days at the church and makes, oh brody, pray for us, we're gonna be with you, everything is okay, we are with too much work, and you know what it is of the patriot, it's a very heavy weight and we gotta do something. And víboras estúpidas degeneradas, especially opportunistic ones, especially. Oh, you came here. I am marveled. That is wonderful. Lord is going to do awesome things with you, and we're going to have great business together. You understand? Like I said, Cristina Kirchner officialism, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, phalluses but Chinas, with the demons they are behind of, and the whole as precious, kind, warm, friendly, delicious looking, oh what a shape, oh wow, oh my god, what is moral? Understand moral, no mortal. Moral shit. Moral, hey. Sodom and Gomorrah, moral, biggest of shits, is what they are. Bipolar, sorry, grotesque, cynism, and cruelty, right? As well. An oligophreny. What? Where that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god. You sure? Oligophreny. Alright, I am cynic today and I'm tired and I want to kill trolls y trollas de Sodom and Gomorrah. And I want to put them all dead and enjoying that I do so bad. Especially United Evangelics. Trollos y trollas de Sodom and Gomorrah. And the profetas de Parrini Atakalu Mempurat. And enjoying that I do. The conceptualization of how to saving Sodom and Gomorrah and the power ones, but goes to cursing Mr. President Barack Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, never talking about Israel, and whoever to hear the reality of what this does. Lord wants mercy, and mercy we got to give. Let's pray for them salvation. They don't know what they do. Are the consciences ever diablas degeneradas, Sodom and Gomorrah, and they don't know what they do. And not only this, but also the reality of, oh, let's thinking about saving them, and the other that they've done, our Lord is gonna handle. Of course. Living of a phallus and a vagina of Sodom and Gomorrah, and cursing the ones as raped, for they to go to hell about trollas y trollos of Sodom and Gomorrah United Evangelics for saving whom? The dream of the devil, everyone are. The dream of the devil everyone chases. Whatever delivers deflective shit and pretends we to be the deflective. Understanding what is the right thing and who is Celadon and who we are. Like everyone gotta be accepting a supposed God that tells everybody to be annulled and living, following whatever the perra sucia cycle makes a business and a store of lives and powers to take, receive, robbing, manipulate, and making hocus pocus with things like Adonai never came for and wouldn't. For they're making the store of the Sodom and Gomorrah business on 50s by raping and murdering everyone that they says Lord wouldn't accept. For they to have a business of robbing to people, manipulating the people, destroying people, abducting people, denigrating people, and putting people like zombies. Follow the pastor, follow the authority, God is gonna bless you. And it's gonna bless you, don't you touch the anointed, because of God is gonna be angry with you. And the anger is the perras degeneradas behind making the hocus pocus for Sodom and Gomorrah rape you, and they take the 50. Like the idea of this, and much wider than this, is what they dedicate with the pardon of real ones, victims. And I don't need them on my side. Eladon were saying, run from abomination and grand horror. The problem is they cited us, and they are raping and murdering our people, and I am not part of this, and are destroying me, for I do not take them out, for they have business, and they go to hell, and they go to hell because of they incited our men and the men of the armed forces, and they got what they deserve because of they touched the anointed, and what they have done to the sons of God. You are not United Evangelics of God. You never were, and you won't be. And you are all ladillas de Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's the way I put you all dead, says Eladon, and I. Elia. Menorah. Judge of God. Elia. En persona. Por los siglos, Shalom, por el nombre de Yahweh, Yahshua, Elohim, el Jai, único y eterno, Shalom. Then, the clear of this is Treach halevit meflechachim, melbatzim, be'enkim, melhinki, and lefmo. With the whole of this, and with the whole of this situation, I'm gonna make a Pesach, but I don't need leave for Pesach through this. I want to make a Pesach to enjoy him. We have Adon, and I have nation being part of, which is Israel and Zion. And I don't need to manipulate. I need to be who I am and being understood who is Adonai. And with him, whatever he says. They are killing me every day, profaning me, living of witchcraft permanently upon my person, day and night. Perras y perros de Sodom and Gomorrah pierce your soul with perras degeneradas evangelistas. Never stopped 13 years, day and night, day after another, making witchcraft, destruction, degeneration, and all invention as institutional like squatters and degenerados with forgeries, lies, liars, and every opportunistic damn big word to taking profit upon my life and ours with no stopping. And I want them all dead. They destroyed our lives. They've destroyed nations with the fever of the hell, telling the Christ is gonna reigning with Sodom and Gomorrah, erecting them for and sustaining them for they to do. In heat for the foreign rights, lives, existences, and belongings, and patrimonies. For wherever the deliverers, sickness of hell, they had and has, gotta be, and thus los del infierno, Sodom and Gomorrah opportunistic, taking the 50s through those, making business one each other upon us, and still theirs and still does. I want them death, and forever, so on too. Nadrev al fechal chedismitzi achevech lainsh motuam. Belchimot sechel bi chitzi. And I'm sick of them. And the arguments. Real plecha betzim blecha veshvotu achachim. Remod lefecha betzum blecha duota blagedikin dat chadis vodosha. Rebel blecha matavefecha lidishmot sech bo antonusu. Rembal blecha vetikish bat machlachata baso anatsu. Rebel blecha dishbot machlachata baseka. Rembal lechina seveshech botu machachalim. Rebel blecha vetimis sevechotu. Rembal blecha chaleveshita chemachet velkoach boata chanatum. Metem blecha vesechet teki, rema blecha chobatas matem lefesh kuat labat mortu, rema blecha vetivish matem blecha teki, rema blecha vetivish matem blecha temospota, releke balakish kuba ansota, matlaves matei, rebeleki befecha betem blecha der ansa shatabo atantadig mashkol yin machani mechtim sefatu. And there's the saying that Christ's name means Kaimot Amut Ve'inim. And Christ's name in the Latin Antaka means Aventuatoros Ba'nuruk Echoyahu Ainud. And Brefekli Mableferati Mafot Masechara, there's the saying Gedri Mablefechi Temesuatma Alleluia, to mean palace of God. And to Alleluia will mean Abnivi and Ekmutuam. And Nefesh will be seen. And using certain words and the names as attribute of Eladon, like El Shaddai, Nisi, El Nisi, El Yahweh. Saying the names of God and our attributes, qualifying the reality and the class. Gelflech potwach alishmetzi enchem echelim, imbot lemefecha chilishechem, meble teva, b'chemot vleche beskit chani, and nefesh ain't sin. Nefesh is soul, and doesn't mean sin, not erratic and not symbolic. And Hallelujah is the adchite shevechli chetzi cheshe lachtichi, chetzi kadosh kadosh kadosh, Gamalalai Yahweh. Tremod lechadi veshvachdi chiliki maseshecha chalachimi, and bleveseveshpat limi. I am sick of this, and I am sick of this figure of she-devils, shedding diablas, evangélicas, y toda perrada Sodoma y Gomorra consciente, colectiva, oportunista, premeditativa, psicópata, víboras, perras degeneradas, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana a la cabeza, con la perra sucia Cristina Kirchner y su oficialismo. Todos de acuerdo, todos conscientes, todos enterados, todos en lo mismo, y haciendo escenarios como nunca se haya visto en la degeneración, con el cubrimiento y el peso de destrucción y de daño del poder del Cristo. Conscientes y estudiado durante 13 años día a día, para hoy hacer lo que hacen y ser lo que son. Sodoma, Gomorra y mierda, gran ramera, uno y el otro, para siempre. Shalom. Gelfotram al blevech acheli shechimi atzevech avech toat machashel ben sevet. אינכם בלבך לשכים עצמכנו בסבלך אחש. גלרך לכוח מצח חלים. Oh my God, I have. Oh my God. My God. בלבך צדי sorry. Cynism. גלבות מפח אלי שפח מוץ מחך אלי שאינימית. גדרה ולפחות מפש כך עצח אלי שם. בין חדי וספוץ מחש אלנות. גבות לך מצרש והחליך איתי. נעשה שוך אוכל עצמך עליו. ישבוצך ברכה תשונון. שחלי ניחים בעצב. I don't need the kind of a proposal of, shall I say again, let's say, prakati trofo. SODOM y GAMARR, Policía Federal Metropolitana, Gendarmería Nacional. Oh my God, I think I got an orgasm with Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria. Sorry. Is that the way? Is what Evangelista you say I live on to it. And it's what you, perra degenerado oficialista. We saw it all the time, and also our expertise has shown it, and also I, myself, Pedófilo Fernández, made in the research, and it's delivering all the time, and every time we're around approach and we're running to, and we're desperately groping them, and the dudes couldn't handle the situation, and we're kind of a very intimidated, and suddenly let it, sometimes making and never touched it. Just blowed the chap around and went away. So, I had an orgasm. Should I? ¿Es eso? Mierda, Argentina, mierda muerta. Y lo voy a disfrutar. Sorry. Where were we at before that? Sorry. I am cynic today. And in a way that I'm going to make a mess. And I'm going to celebrate. And if you, Evangelista, perra enferma, needed a devil in me, I'm going to put the devil in you forever. And you're going to recognize you shouldn't, not even naming a the adultery way to my God, which I belong with. The only, the eternal, the real Yahweh Yashar Wahadayim Shalom. בלבכי בצמוף ושקת חליך חלים הסוד. ריח לי ושפך ומצח חלם same. So suddenly. Forgive me. Forgive me, God. Forgive me, Israel, please. I'm sorry. I am in a very lust feeling at this moment. And I suddenly got my God, I'm sorry. We have people under rape, you know. We have people under murder every day. We have people under destruction. And perras and farmas masturbates, telling they do to me, and rapes one each other and blows up one each other, saying they are gonna do to me. And this is not a fantasy I need. Oh my God. I need Adonai. And I need to be who I am. And these were exactly what I were every day fighting for, and not only my own. The simply idea to thinking such a pieces of shit, groping, masturbating, making orals, and raping one each other, saying they are gonna the holy of the God. Rotten, ilt, gonorrheic, syphilitics, AIDS all around, ducks bacteries, rotten versicolor pityriasis, candidiasis DTR infectious, and the whole class of a DRM, DFT, BRD, TFD, DXT, DMC, which are not gonna healing. And also fecals, all inside the damn disgusting urinary tract. The same the horse and Kirchner's. Ducks, bacteria, and all infectious, having a system of total shit that they are saying, oh, the artifact doesn't touch me. Happy for that I'm not the artifact and you are the artifact forever. Perra degenerada. The least thing I need is you to put a degenerado finger up on me. Get the fuck away. Inflechti am fechlachi, sorry, forgive me. Gibotleme fechalchani, and by the way, yourself, Marik enferma. Belgimat leve fechachal, ikes fachal, chadishka machachal. And bleves potwacha machalev sachim, besiam. So what the reality of this? Givotzuach matzelim, gibotlacha v'shachim, imbatchem ablechetev, gibotlechem asuach havetz. Bel chabot blofo achades vatamachlech hidi v'shachinim, en chabot blefacha atzual, en shechlekim ablecha chatesh. Revel vechit ishmatum aflecha, tremot blecha chat shechelimotzu, Arrelo croix ablevechma. Sorry. Kableves navachi. Okay, good. Let's. I think maybe kableves vortuch shansu. Navesesh motzma chalena. Slei shechlichim. Nefetz vortwache, schauen, mit Lefers wache, schäling, will this be this way? I know God and I love you. But if I say shechlichinim, in bet sevechu, schledret mach bechet voschwarzen. Gitrim blechi wat mafachon. Giblefechanim. Let's think it out. Bechelek will flecha v'shvacho chalchini mesechish. Let's see him out. Giblefech etc. Forgive me today. I am really feel of poison, but not like a snake. Evangelic. Or Kirchner. I am full of poison to puke around for the whole I just drowned today through. And the 70 I will puke the death of everyone. I mean, you understand? It's not like, right? And also produce death of them. And I'm trying it. Alright. Forgive me, please. I'm feeling terrible. I had a hell of a day, a lousy time. and I just want to leave. I don't blame you. Yes, I don't blame you, Your Honors. You have been doing amazing, and I love you so much, and I want you to be protected, please. Remember, we have a very need to making the right step and remaining as best as possible preserving our lives, like Adonai given to us for. And Gerach hibat macho shachalehim in bet chavel fech motzwa. I give it this, and I take a moment. https www ndrmdb ndf ndx ddrmctftd middle cis middle kelang KELLANK 383.20 https www UNASUR a la altura del poder del mundo. UNASUR estrellas del universo. UNASUR dioses para la humanidad. Middle instituciones, middle justicia, middle gobiernos, middle fuerzas, middle consejos, middle medicina, middle ciencia, middle DRMCT, middle estados, middle presencia acá, middle leyenda de vida, middle DRMDXDTFT, middle cis, middle torto, TORTTO 8481.20 systems recall F6, the last plate ISIS in New York, the last key and cleaner my site. Here is everything. I'm gonna take a little moment, please forgive me. And I'm so sorry for this, which I'm sick of saying I'm sorry, that I want to stop saying I'm sorry to, and the shit. I'm sorry to be like a memory for the reality we can forward at the being real, at the way we were meant for, and not the shit things can say how, who, where, when, and what. December 10th, 2014, 23:15 now. I'm Alejandro BLANCO REDEMI, and I take a little moment. God. Justice bodies, I love you all. And God, I love you so much. I'm so sorry for this all. Forgive me, please. Rabbi, forgive me, please. And Your Honor, God, I put this video in public. There's a 14 as well already, and telling that I never were here and I never done this. And I'm feeling terrible. Forgive me, please. And I love you all. I'm tired, God. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Shem, my precious, my beautiful, my treasure, I love you so. Never stopped to loving you and want. I hope today that I can be right in your arms. I hope today that I can be right there.
still long for Tel Aviv's sand and the sunset, even if speechless, even if nothing to say. For better sometimes just keep silence and being there. And if saying it all as well it all. Just my head on your shoulder. I'm loving you forevermore. I'm sorry, Beth. I'm so sorry. Adonai will accomplish what his word says. Adonai will accomplish what he promised. I'm gonna love you forever. Really never. I promise you I'm not kidding you. And I promise you everything I just told you. You're gonna see it, but promise me you're gonna take it. Promise me you're not living from Adonai like I know you want. And I'll wait. Here ready for me. To your eyes. He's gonna do it. And I love you. I love you. And I'm not tired. Just in pain for this all and still this test. I need you so much. And I want you to keep yourself safe. You understand you understand what we're doing, just ask him, please. Remain safe. Otherwise we're gonna touch you.